Okay, Steve, so what are we out here doing?
We're doing a little bow fishing, hard to get to places. I got into this sport 3 years ago. I got a customer that is a professional bow fishing guide. Turned me onto it in Texas. Well, the fish he was shooting and places we were going in a shallow water boat in Texas, I knew would work here. And we got one right here. Oh, I'd say that was a miss.
Well, let me see your equipment there real quick. What are we using here?
We're using an Alpine compound fishing bow. This particular one is called a Frenzy. The reason I'm using the Frenzy, it's a little more poundage than the Mako. It's got 60 pounds of pull, so I can reach out there with a little more punch.
And how does the whole thing work here? What do you have to do?
Well, it's got a retriever. They call it a retriever. And this slide on your arrow, when you release it, it goes to the end of your arrow, and it's just a free line out. And it's got a little trigger that puts tension on it to where you can reel it back into the bottle of string. After being in Texas with Marty, we had so much fun that we knew there was hard to get to places in Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Montana that will fulfill, you know, sportsmen like myself to get to hard to get places where the fish are. And you don't have to worry about dragging a prop or anything when you're bow fishing. You just go along, you can go right over the top of logs, debris, grass, and just keep going. You don't have to drag things. Then you find these spots where there's just loads of fish to shoot at. The fun thing about bow fishing is you never run out of bullets. There's a string attached to it.
And what kind of fish are we hunting?
Today we're hunting carp. I think they're grass carp. And they're averaging probably between 15 and 20 pounds today.
And what have you gotten so far today?
I think we got 3 or 4 in the cooler. As you can tell by my shirt, we've been having a little battle with the fish in the cooler. We'll take a look at them. Well, I guess we got 5.
Okay, so we swung around. We're making a second pass because Steve swears he's going to hit one this time.
Good thing there's a string attached to that arrow.
Well, it makes it a lot easier and you don't get as wet having to go back and retrieve it yourself.
There'd be a lot of retrieving in here.
Alright, so you can see what kind of area we're looking at here. Now these are grass carp, we believe. What other types of fish do people use this method of fishing or hunting? What do you actually call it? Sport?
Bow fishing.
Bow fishing, okay.
It's kind of like fish hunting. But in the southern states, Texas, Missouri, Arkansas, we got alligator gar. They got buffalo carp, which is just a short, real round, fat fish. And then I think it's called tipula. It's a smaller, flat, round fish, and they're actually supposed to be good eating. Here's one. I don't know if we can get him. No, he took off.
Let's see if we can see anything here.
And where are they? They like this grass. They get right in it and try and think they're hiding.
Now, just to be fair, there was a pretty strong storm a few days ago in the water.
There's a big old one coming right at us. Ooh. Sounds like it nicked me, but no fish on the end of the arrow.
So you can actually hear a sound sometimes when it hits the fish?
Yeah, you'll hear like almost a pop. There's another one swimming just beyond it. But I don't know where he went.
Anyway, like I was saying, there was a storm that had hit a couple days ago that kind of muddied the water up. It does make it a little more difficult. You obviously want water where you can spot the fish.
Clear water is nicer. One thing about the grass carp is they will do some sunning on the surface. That helps see them when they get close to the surface. But if they dive down when the water's murky, it's a little harder to see them. You'll see the shadows, but ooh, there he goes. There he goes. He's close. No cigars.
We went back to that hole, didn't see anything, we spooked them, we figured we'd come back, so we're back on where we had gotten the original ones in the cooler. We're gonna make another run down through that.
Right here. Oh, there we go. Got him.
And we've got one on. Excellent, Steve.
Fish.
That go right through?
Clear through.
It sure did. Look at that.
We'll go stick him in the cooler. Where's the rest of them?
All right. Good job. All right, let's go get some more.